going on, everybody? It's about that time. Do a little hanging out. Yeah, a little hanging out. I'm sitting here watching a Vangelis review in the background. What's going on? Hello, everybody. This is like a weird camera angle here. Yes, I do need to shave my head. It's getting a little thick. But I just thought I'd do a random hangout. I don't really have anything planned to talk about, to be honest with you. I do have some things right here. I have lots of things right here. Woodman, what's going on? I'm just keeping it real chill today. Renegade Biker 24, what's up? What is up? How's everybody doing today? Good, I hope. Welcome to the random hangout. I'm just getting over a cold, so you guys want to hear a trumpet? I got a trumpet for you. Ready? Really loud. Wait until you hear how I blow my nose. You ready? It's super loud. I might have to take my glasses off for this. Hold on. Take 3 deep breaths. Okay? And then you ready? Whoa! Woo! Woo! Okay. So that's good. That's a thing. And no, that's not me actually making that. That's me actually making that noise. Not like to do it because it's funny, but that's just how, you know. Okay, I gotta throw this in the garbage. I'll be right back. That's just my natural nose. Doing nose stuff. But yeah, just getting over a cold. It sucked for a few days. That's why I haven't done any videos. I've just been kind of sick since like last Thursday. So that kind of sucked. But yeah. How's everybody doing today? Woodman, how you doing, bud? Woodman, Renegade Biker. Woodman again. Hello, hello. Still packing, Woodman. There's a lot to pack, so I'm still trying to negotiate how I'm going to logistically keep things. The thing about my move is, and I've been kind of going back and forth on this, is am I going to bring everything down there? And I don't know if right now it makes sense for me to bring everything down there. So like the big stuff that take up a lot of room, which is really unfortunate. I want to bring it, but there's just not going to be room because I'm moving in with my girlfriend. In case I didn't bring that up, but that's why I'm moving down there. But the big stuff like my play sets, all that stuff's going to have to stay. So the Terror Drum's got to stay. I'm not going to be able to do that review for the foreseeable future. Job, home, relationship, all that. It's not really scary. I've been wanting to get out of Buffalo since I was about 18. Just never worked out, and it's just worked out this way. So it's for the better. Thanks, Woodman. Doing good. Just got Storm Shadow Sigma 6 motorcycle yesterday. Adding it to my collection. Have I seen any of your recent videos? No, but I'll be sure to check them out, Renegade Biker. I'll check them out right after the video. So I will do that. Santa in the here with the Santa Claus. Dem Guts, what's going on, buddy? No, I'll never fuck the Patriots. And we're gonna beat that. I hope the Bills beat the shit out of them this Saturday. Sorry, I know you're a Patriots fan, but uh, Ghost Recon Breakpoint now? No. If you want to get Wildlands, like I said, I still have Wildlands. I think Strident actually got rid of his Wildlands. But you're ever on Wildlands, I'll play. If anybody wants to play on Wildlands, I'll play with you. I don't play too many video games. Like I finished Jedi Fallen Order. I finished Wildlands like what was it? Over the summer I want to say, something like that. But I was late to that game too. I think I only paid like $15 for Wildlands at the time. Yeah, I'm still gonna be doing reviews. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if I said I was going to, but yeah, I'm definitely doing them. Yeah. So it's just gonna take a while because I'm gonna have to get a different view space set up. Um, I'm obviously gonna get a new review table. I want to do a backdrop display because you know how my display right now is just basically it's like a black or a black. It's like a white curtain right now and then a white table, which I've had forever. I think that table is actually where did I get that table from? I think I got it from my mom's house, that table. So that's how old that is. That's probably from my childhood, that white table. So I'm going to get a new table with a whole new setup. I want to get, no, I will get, I don't want to, but I will get a new table and a new actual backdrop display. I don't know if I might try to make my own diorama for my permanent review station. But that's something I'd like to work on and then do. So maybe I could do a video on doing a diorama for my backdrop. Something neutral like, I don't know, a cityscape or something like that. But that'd be pretty cool just to switch it up so you don't have the monotony of just the white background, something like that. Or maybe I could just do an all black. I guess I could just keep it simple and do all black or switch up colors. But I think I'd prefer to have the diorama piece there in the background. I think it's aesthetically more pleasing to the eye, you know. Brenda, how's it going? Hello, hello. Jedi Fallen Order is really good. I would definitely give it a go. I played it once on story mode. I know. It's not the. I guess you can call me a vagina for playing it on story mode, but you know, I wanted to play through it, so I kind of got used to the mechanics because I've never played. People compared it to like Dark Souls and all this other stuff. That's all you heard people say was those things over and over again. But I wanted to get used to the mechanics, the parrying system, the fighting system, the way Cal moves in the game, and then I played it on Jedi mode, which is way more difficult. I'm almost done with it on Jedi mode or whatever hell hard is, not ultra hard, but like the step below that. I think there's like 4 different modes, whatever. But I mean, it's a pain in the ass. I've died a lot. I think I've died like I don't know, 18, 19 times. Where am I moving to? I'm moving to South Carolina. Probably within like the next month or so. I don't want to miss anybody's. Cal, I forgot his name. Something. He's in Shameless. He plays Ian in Shameless. I can't remember his name. I said it in my review of it, but my thoughts. It wasn't really a review. It was like my thoughts on the game, but yeah, the game is good. I mean, there's no pay to win, there's no DLC, there's no online play. It's strictly a story-driven single-player game, which I don't mind. I think it'd be cool. I think it makes sense in the future if they're going to continue with this. Obviously, no spoilers here because I don't want to ruin the game for anybody. If they do make a sequel, I would like to see it maybe some online co-op throughout the story. That's where I'd like to see games go more of. do more story-driven online co-op games where you can still play them single player or you can do it with online co-op players. I think that's more my style. I've always liked that. I like being able to play with my friends and not, just running around shooting people for no apparent fucking reason, and it just gets boring. While there is a place and time for that, for online shooters, that's not really what I grew up playing when I was a kid. I liked more of a story being told. It's kind of like I'm playing through a movie. That's what I enjoy. But that's what Jedi Fallen Order essentially is. You're playing through a story. Overall, I think it's definitely a candidate for Game of the Year. Absolutely. But the character designs, I think the once you get past, like, if you're on the fence with some of the character designs, and there is in-game customization with, I really didn't have him with his ponchos. I only had his ponchos on when it made sense to have his ponchos. Like if I went to a cold weather climate planet, then I would have him with a poncho. But normally I just have him in his regular suit, like the figure that he comes out with. The character design, I don't actually mind his character design. He's supposed to be a younger guy, like 19, 20-ish. So I think it makes sense for the character. He's supposed to be a Padawan that survived the Order 66. So I thought it made sense, the actor. I kind of, maybe I would have wished that he showed a little bit more character within his character, something that would help him stand out more. I feel like some of the other characters that were within the story were maybe a little bit more interesting. So I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but. Cool. Have the RBG LED lights on the glass showcases that I got from a local biker shop when I went out of business last month. I got a total of 4 for $500. I'm trying to sell them. Oh, nice, man. I'm sorry to hear you went out of business. That sucks. I don't think I really need any glass cases right now. I'm trying to get everything packed up and moved. But I appreciate the letting me know, or the offer. I appreciate that. And good luck with the future sale. Yeah, Brenda, I'm leaving Buffalo. I'm moving. I am moving to South Carolina in the next month and a half, month or so ish. He looks like a redhead neighbor in a sitcom. Oh shit. I'm like leaning over. I should lift the table up. But I have like a ton of figures standing here, and they're all going to fall over. Just so you know, if that's what you're wondering what the hell that noise is, they're all going to fall over. So I'm just going to lift my table up. Yep. We already got some characters wanting to fall. Can I do it? Do I have enough of a grip? Don't fall over, you. I already see you wiggling. Don't you wiggle more. All right, there we go. Now I can adjust the camera. All right, there we go. ODC, do you know if there's any vintage and modern G.I. Joe motorcycles besides Sigma 6 and the Ram Cycle and the Silver Mirage motorcycles? Vintage and modern cycles? Yeah, there is the Pursuit of Cobra. I want to say Ichigo. I think that's his name. I think that's the name of the figure. It's Pursuit of Cobra. He comes with a bike that actually can morph into... It doesn't... Well, morph. I'm saying morph because I'm looking at what I'm looking at. But it actually turns into armor for the character. If you don't want to use the armor, you can just keep it in a bike mode. But there's that. There's also the trike from Pursuit of Cobra that came with, what's his name? I don't know why I'm doing this. Because I'm thinking it's helping me remember, but it's not. The Doom Cycle, there we go. There's that. There's the Venom vs. Valor bike that I actually did a review on not too long ago. It was a live review. I want to say maybe over the summer I did that video. There's that, and it comes with a sidecar. That one's really cool. There's also, I'm trying to think. As far as secondary stuff goes, you don't have to stick to GI Joe. That's usually, the GI Joe stuff is cool, but if you're looking for options and cheaper options and maybe a little bit more of an abundant option, you could always go secondary, and you can you can check out on eBay. You can look for the cheaper motorcycles. They don't look cheap. They actually look pretty cool. I have a couple of them. I think Strident gave me one too when I went to visit him last year. But there's the secondary market. What's wrong with me? Macedo? Yes, there we go. Macedo motorcycles, yes. The Ferret was your first G.I. Joe vehicle? I'm trying to think, what was mine? It was the Night Raven when I was a kid. That was the first one, that was the first vehicle I ever got. It was probably one of the very few I got. I remember I got the Wolf, the Cobra Wolf. What else did I have? I remember I had Stalker in his kayak. That's not really a vehicle, I guess. It kind of is. It's really just the figure, but it came with the kayak. But Oriole, I'll take him if you don't have room to move. Well, actually, the funny thing about him is that because he's a rescue and he does not get along with other dogs, and my girlfriend has 3 dogs, and he also doesn't get along with kids, and she has 2 kids. He's going to get trained by a professional, so he's going to go through doggy boarding school to get trained. So that's what's going to happen with him, and then he's coming down with me. So that's what's going to happen. It is quite expensive for a really good trainer, by the way. It's like something like anywhere from like $1,500 to, well, that's not really, $1,500 is not expensive, but like $3,500. So depending on the quality, I think he's going to go to like a 7-8 week program. So yeah, you see me. Do I know the Toy Federation toy store in South Carolina? No, I don't. I have only been to South Carolina. I went for the first time in September to visit my girlfriend. Then I went back in October. Then I went back in November for Thanksgiving. I went down there, and then I'm going for New Year's. And then I think not too soon after that, I'm going to be moving down there. So, but yeah, that's. I don't know too much of the air. I'm still like, as far as like toy hunting and stuff like that. I gotta say that a lot of the only stores I've really been to are like your typical GameStops, your WalMarts, your Targets, Best Buys, stuff like that. But I haven't. When I've went down there, I haven't really done too much toy hunting. When I move down there and I get settled, I'll probably be doing a lot more toy hunting. I've also noticed that there's not a whole. It doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of collectors down there, because whenever I would go to a store, it's so much easier than shopping here. Because in Buffalo, we get a lot of Canadian shoppers, and they just hog all the shit because products here are like way cheaper. So Canadians come here and take all the figures, and then go back to Canada, and then I'm left with nothing. So I have to really stay on top of it here, where I think down there, it's just so much easier to find things. Like, what was it? I was looking for some of the Lightning Collection stuff because I'm really getting into this line even more and more. That's where I'm going to segue into. I'm going to show you some figures that I picked up. And then tomorrow, by the way, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a live stream again during the day, probably, because everybody's got off, or at least the majority of people have off. But I'm going to be doing I can't say the UNBOXING word because I feel like some dipshit kid's going to watch my channel, and then some I'm gonna get some fucking COPPA bullshit or something, whatever. FTC is gonna mess with my channel or do something. So I can't say certain words. I feel like I can't say certain words now. Anyway, because it might grab a younger audience, and even though my audience is, I don't even think I have any 18 to 25-year-olds that watch. I think it's pretty much like 25 to and older for my channel, which is a good thing for me. So hopefully I don't get hit with any of that shit. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is going way off on tangents here. But yeah, Renegade. I'll be sure to check out some of those shops. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of that so I don't forget. There we go. Screenshotted that so I don't forget the name of the toy shop. You can Google it. I'm toy hunting there online. Okay, yeah, I'll definitely be sure to check that out. Oh, the Canadians, yeah, Brenda, Canadians, man, they take all the fun out of. They take all my fun away. It's like, you got Toys R Us. Go to your Toys R Us, damn it. Leave me alone at my Target. You're always raping my Target that's close to me. Folks are more chill in the Carolinas. Yeah, it's a different beast. It's a completely different beast, It's, I believe when I was driving there, when I was driving with my girlfriend, she's like, oh yeah, you'll see a bunch of weird stuff here. Yeah. Like people driving with no license plate, and then they cut out a cardboard license plate that says someone stole my license plate. So they just drive around with no license plate. There's people that drive around with no front and rear bumpers, no hoods on their cars. And I'm like, coming from New York where it's fucking uptight as shit here, and you can't even, you got a taillight out and the fucking cops are following you around everywhere. You can't do shit up here like that. Like down there, it's completely different. I don't even think you need auto insurance down there, which is just, that blows my mind coming from New York State where it's like everyone must have it. Not saying that I would not have it, but but it's just crazy that you see stuff like that. It's like entering a different universe entirely. Obviously, the gun control. There's the gun control down there. There is no gun control down there. It's not. Like I could walk into a store. I could buy a handgun, walk it right out. After like 30 minutes of purchasing the handgun. So there's that as well. So, and I have gone shooting for the first time in my life now. So I have actually shot a gun, and they're a lot of fun, and I like them. So, so I might continue to do that. I might come New Year's. I might go down there, and there might be a gun unboxing. Dude, I'm at least 13 3 times. Yeah, I know, right? It's 50-50 for me out in Carolina. I went to visit a cousin in Charlotte, and on the way I stopped at a few stores, and they didn't appreciate my money due to the color of my skin. Yeah, you're gonna get that. I feel like the further south you go, it's still like Cro-Magnon, idiotic people that don't make any fucking sense or have, they're just ignorant and shitheads. You know what I mean? Those people exist more. I want to say probably in a more abundant manner down south. Where I don't know. It's fucking got to be frustrating as all hell to deal with that. I can't imagine. So. Like, what was it? I remember my friend Aaron was moving to Atlanta, and we stopped in Tennessee. On our way down, we drove down, and he is of Asian descent, and we walked into a corner store, and this is back when I used to smoke cigarettes. Shh, don't tell anybody. But we walked into the store to buy cigarettes, and I don't think you guys ever knew that about me, that I used to smoke. Woo! Anyway, so, um, but yeah, we walked to the store and the fucking store owner started following my friend Aaron around. Left me alone, followed him around the entire fucking time he was there. Just every aisle he would go down, he'd go down the aisle with him. Fucking ridiculous. I'm dropping a lot of F-bombs. I think there's a way to make your videos age restricted. Yeah, I'm not, you know what? I'm not really worried about the FTC thing. I don't know why I brought it up. I'm not going to do age restriction shit. There's only a few that I did with age restriction. If YouTube has a problem with the language I use, then they can let me know, and then I will switch it to age restriction. But I'm leaving everything the way it is. So my audience, like I said before, my audience isn't, I don't even have anything from 13, I think it's like 13 to 20. I posted on my Facebook page. But I think my audience, my core audience is from 25 and older. So I'm not really worried about this whole thing. I think it's just something that got blown out of proportion, and I don't think the FTC wants to go out of its way. Nor does COPPA want to go out of their way to screw anybody over that's not really going for that. So, and I see a lot of channels with the whole, my channel is not made for children. I don't think doing that actually helps. If you want to do it, I think great. But you would have to go back and backlog and do that with all of your other previous videos before. And if you haven't done them, then guess what? All those are going to get hit. So I think doing it now is kind of irrelevant. Either they're going to hit you or they're not. I don't think putting a title in front of, or a disclaimer in front of your channel does anything. If you're already says that you're 18 and over, or you know, meant for more of an adult audience, they'll see that in the video. So, or they'll know right off the bat. They'll see a 36-year-old bald guy with a beard talking about toys, and they'll be like, yeah, I don't think this is meant for kids. So I almost took a sip with the cap on. I was about to do it. Yeah, the warning thing, I don't think that's going to even work. I don't think that does anything either way. I think it's like maybe to make the creator feel better about making content for them. Maybe they need that. I don't give a shit. Either, you know, if I get hit, I get hit. Then it's time to wrap up shop. But I'm not really that worried about all this. I think it's just one of those things where the YouTube community grabbed onto something and flipped the shit. And now, if you notice that, like, not a lot of people are making videos about that anymore because people are sick of hearing about it. But anyway, I just do this because it's fun. I don't give a shit about money. I don't give a shit about any of that crap. I don't know. This is how I've always been, you know. So, it's all, and if you notice, it's all the bigger channels. All the channels that have at least 50K subs or more are the ones flipping out about it. Just flipping a shit. So, maybe those are the ones that need the disclaimers. But smaller channels like me, I don't think they give a shit. So, not too worried about it. But anyway, let me get some figures. I haven't shown a damn figure yet. So, and when I move, this is the other thing I want to talk about. When I move, so like this is the hardest part. The hardest part about moving is me trying to figure out how I'm going to split this stuff up, because everything can't come. And it kills me to say, like I said, I already alluded to it earlier. My Terradrome's going to have to stay, and I did find a climate-controlled storage facility. Terradrome, all the big play sets, my headquarters, both my headquarters and Snake Mountain, or whatever, what's wrong with me? Cobra Mountain's got to stay, and I haven't even taken it out of the box. It's like literally sitting right over there. I just haven't had time to get to it. That's probably got to stay. All that stuff's got to stay. I'm going to bring all my Joe figures with me, but the play sets, the big stuff, all my vehicles, all that stuff's got to stay because I don't want to crowd that house with just a bunch of my stuff that's already taking up 3 rooms, by the way. Obviously, if I condense it into one room, shit would just be everywhere. And that's why initially when I was going to, you know, before I met, well, it's a long story with the girlfriend thing. We've known each other for a very long time. But we just recently started, like, she came back to Buffalo to visit, and then things happened. So, what the hell is that? It sounded like someone going down the street with a salt shaker. Or a maraca. But it was a guy dragging his muffler on the ground. It was a fucking parade going down the street. What did you say? I call dibs? Dibs on what? The MMC? The terror drone? Did you get... Yeah. Oh, no. It's not, Dumb Guts, it's not like that. It's not like she doesn't accept me or my figures. It's just that I don't want to burden her house because it's me that's doing it. It's me that's saying, like, oh, no, I know you're kidding. But I'm just trying to clarify. It's not her saying you can't bring your stuff. It's me saying I don't want to bring all this stuff and then where the hell am I going to put it all? So I think it makes sense to just keep it here, and this way I don't have to fill up the pod that's what I'm using to move down. I don't have to fill up the pod or get a bigger pod than is necessary and have to pay all this money to move all that stuff. So it just makes sense. I think as far as logistics go, I think it makes more sense for that. And then this way, if I ever need anything, I can just come back up here and bring it down. And I'm not getting rid of my house. I'm keeping my house too. I'm just going to rent it out. So it works out in the end of the day. And I can always come back, and if I'm not renting the house out, I can use the house for stuff. So it's a win-win situation. Everything's all good. Give them kids. Make sure they don't break it. I'll take the Joes. Yeah, no. The Joes aren't going anywhere. Probably all the doubles will stay up here because I'm one of those weirdos with doubles. It's really only my favorite characters that I have doubles of. I swear to God. It surprises me about the age of the viewers. Does it? Yeah, because I don't think I've ever been really a kid-friendly channel. Been more adult-themed. If I rent, can I have a crazy party? Maybe your spot to, I guess. You do what you want, as long as you pay rent. Don't mess my house up. Hey, Andy, what's up, brother? How's it going? Just keep that stuff there and get new stuff for a fresh start. Yeah, I hear you. And speaking of fresh starts, it's perfect. I'm glad you said that. Dumb Guts. Because speaking of fresh starts, so I have been holding off doing reviews of these figures. Because, for me, if I enjoy something, I must understand it. And while I know there's channels like Anthony's Customs that doesn't know, I think he's even said this, he doesn't do research, he just reviews figures and doesn't actually get into the lore or the stories or the backstories or watch whatever. He just reviews figures. But I've been holding off until I get at least enough information to understand everything and get the point of it. So I wanted to do my research, and I've done, within the last month, I've been doing a lot of research, a lot of watch time. I'm starting to think that my eyeballs are starting to pop out of my head because I've been watching a lot of hours of this product. But I haven't done any Lightning Collection videos. And like I said, the Joe stuff's not going anywhere. The Marauder stuff isn't going anywhere. It's still going to be here. And I'm going to try and get I think I'm going to try and get a Marauders video out this coming week. If not, probably Christmas Eve. Because I want it to be something special before Christmas. So I'm going to try and get a Marauders video done for that. And I did put a poll up, I think I want to say about a week or so ago. And the Marauders one did win, so I am a man of my word, and I will make good on my word, and I will do a video. And I'm going to try and get some of the characters done that I did promise people. It's been just a whirlwind of stuff the last few months. And so, don't worry, Marauder stuff's not going anywhere. None of this stuff's going anywhere, but I haven't done any Lightning Collection stuff, and that's due to me being very ignorant towards that product. Because I'll tell you this, from a very young age, I watched the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, okay? Extensive research on ponies, dude. My Little Ponies? No. It's definitely not My Little Pony. I am not a brony. No, thank you. To each their own with that shit, but that's not for me. Not my cup of tea. Thank you. But no. So Power Rangers. I watched the first season. I remember watching the majority of the second season. And then after, Zach and Jason, which were my two favorites as a kid, once they were gone, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm done with this. Goodbye. And I moved on. And I haven't watched anything since. And I mean nothing. I didn't even know Power Rangers were still on TV. Okay? That's how ignorant I was towards the product. I didn't know shit. I've actually watched probably more Kamen Rider than I had Power Rangers at this point because Strident got me into Kamen Rider. I didn't even know what the hell Kamen Rider was before I met Strident. Alright? So I thank him for this. And it's all your fault if you're watching this, Strident. Anyway. But no, seriously. I just didn't know anything. So, and it's part of it, part of like a lot of collecting is, and this has been, at least for me, I'm speaking for myself, from a young age, I think one of my first figures I ever got was and I think I've let this be known. It's not a new thing that I'm new information I'm letting out here. But from a young age, long story short, the first figure I remember ever holding in my hand and remembering very well was Shazam, Captain Marvel, back then, was Captain Marvel in my hand, and it was the one with, I think it was from, I don't think it was Super Friends, I think it was the DC Comics one where you'd pinch his legs and the arms would go like this and he had a cloth cape. I'm still looking to get that figure. I think I have my original. I don't know where the hell it is. I think it's at my mom's house somewhere. But point I'm trying to make is that, and there is a point. Point I'm trying to make is that I didn't know anything about Shazam. Okay, and I got into reading Shazam because of having the figure. Because of having the physical piece to look at and enjoy, I was like, I gotta learn who the hell this is. Who is this? I remember asking my mom, and she's like, oh, that's Captain Marvel, Shazam. He does Shazam and goes from turning into a boy to blah, blah. And this is just stuff that, like, my mom and dad would tell me. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. I'm a little boy. I want to be Shazam. Who wouldn't want to be Shazam? So that's how I always learned stuff. Like, what was it? My mom went out of town and found a bunch of Power Rangers, but this is way back when the line just started. She found a bunch of Ninja Turtles. Did I say Power Rangers? I think I'm having a stroke. Anyway, no. But I meant to say Ninja Turtles if I didn't. Anyway, she found a bunch of Ninja Turtles before they came out, and then she found the VHSs. And she was like, "Oh, I hear I bought you this new line. It's called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Sounds ridiculous." And I was like, "These are amazing." And loving those, and then watching the VHSs to learn everything. So for me, it's always been I got the figures first, and then I learned the lore because it makes you want to learn it more. My point is with all of this is that I got a bunch of Lightning Collection figures. I said, screw it. I've been working my buns off the last like 4 months, working overtime all weekend. So I was like, you know what? I got money to spend on myself, and I'm going to do it. So I bought all of the Lightning Collection. I bought every single figure. I just said, screw it. I'm going to get them all, and then I'm going to go from there. And then, I think, what was it? One of the first seasons I watched, what was it? When I got Magna Defender, and I got the Walgreens exclusive Zach. Don't worry, I'm going to answer some comments and stuff after this. But I just want to get past this long-winded rant I'm doing. I got Zach, and I got Magna Defender. Zach was one of my favorites, and Jason wasn't out yet. I think the SDCC box set was out, and I wasn't paying that price for that figure. That wasn't even the figure that I wanted. So when it comes to those two figures, I got Magna Defender because I was like, wow, that design looks awesome. It looks like it belongs in Kamen Rider, you know? So I was like, I got to check this out. So I went on YouTube and I started doing more and more research on Magna Defender, and then I saw that he was a part of Lost Galaxy. And then I was like, Lost Galaxy, okay, I can get behind some of this. And then seeing the whole story with Leo and Mike and Magna Defender, and then Mike turning into Magna Defender after Magna Defender sacrificed himself so the Rangers could live and everybody would be all right. Like, that got me into Lost Galaxy. So then I started watching all of Lost Galaxy, which is right here, by the way. So I watched all of that, and it was a really good season. I want to say it's probably one of my favorites, and Leo, I think, is probably top tier Reds for me. Probably one of my favorite. Him, Magna Defender, Doggy Kruger. Obviously, Jason's still on there, but he's lower on the list now from seeing it from an adult's perspective. I want to say Wes is one of my favorite characters too. Wes from Time Force, and then Carter from Rescue is another fantastic character. Just like the true epitome of a leader is Carter. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that I bought a bunch of Lightning Collection stuff, so let me show it off. That's what I should have just shut up and said all that, but let me get back to some comments. But here's Leo. And you can actually pick up this 2-pack, which is actually a really good 2-pack with the Psycho Red Ranger. You can pick that 2-pack up at GameStop. I think they got them on sale for like $30 now, and it's originally $40. So there's Leo. And the head sculpts, the unmasked head sculpts, are really well done. So looks really cool. I know a lot of people aren't feeling the Charlie Brown look for these, but I don't mind it. I like the helmets. I like the mostly it's about the character for me, because if the character is shit, then I don't care about the why would I care about that, you know? So yeah, $15 is a really good price, but I'm not a fan of the American Rangers. Inframan was your favorite first century? Yeah, actually, you know what, Dem Guts, I want to pick up the some of the earlier, like I just finished watching Drive, and I thought that was a really good series. I watched the movie too with Sango. I don't know why I said Sango. That little team up that they had. I liked the Drive series. I don't know. I actually like his uniform. I know it looks ridiculous with the tire going across his chest, but I actually dug it. And then with the cars, tire change, it's fucking awesome. But yeah, I want to pick up some of the earlier ones. The some of the earlier Sentai, Super Sentai Rangers from Figuarts is what I'm trying to say. I stopped watching after Power Rangers in Space. Well, I gotta say, like, Power Rangers in Space, and I'm halfway through finishing that. Power Rangers in Space really did kind of change the. I think it started going in a more serious tone after that, a little bit more serious. Like RPM was definitely probably the more serious tone out of anything. And I think that's kind of the. I kind of wish that that would be the route they would go with some seasons. Like maybe every other season you go a little bit more serious. But I get like Beast Morphers. It's fine. I've watched all 21 episodes. It's fine. I don't mind it. I think my major gripe is that I feel like the costumes are kind of boring. They look kind of bland. I know this is originally Go Busters, but um, I know, and I think the second season they start getting more armored up, but we'll see what happens with the. I don't think they either have like 50 episodes total that they are going to have to cover from the Sentai show. But In Space is actually Terry. In Space is probably one of the best Power Rangers seasons. Definitely in that high upper tier. I think. Yep. Striding getting you into Kamen Rider 2 Zorpox, yeah. Yeah, you know what, Dem Guts, I get it, and that's why I stopped watching Power Rangers. It was even from a younger person's age. I think I was what season 1 was 94, season 2 was 95, 96. I was what 14, 15. I started getting out of it because you know what I still to this day, and I know there's a lot of people that like the 60s Adam West Batman, but I never liked that shit. I never liked the camp of him. When I would see Batman in the comics, I'd be like, and I would look at Adam West Batman. I'm like, what is this shit? What is he? Looks like crap. He looks like a fat man in a Egyptian cotton suit. Like it looks terrible. And then he's dancing and he's doing all this corny shit. I'm like, what is this? I can't. No. Goodbye. This is not Batman. Goodbye. So, I mean, I get that perspective, and that's why I stopped watching it. But Power Rangers wasn't nearly. I want to say maybe the MMPR was close to that. Like, Happy Go Lucky and where are. Like, no parents exist. I think you saw him in like 1 or 2 episodes, and that was it. And like, it's just a weird alternate reality. But then I started thinking, I'm like, you know what? I can't think like I always have thought. Like, I have to take it for what it is. I got to focus on what is there a story being told? Yes. Are there good characters that I enjoy? Yes. Do the positives outweigh the negatives? Yes, they do. I can kind of put the corny, low budgetness of it to the side and enjoy it for the character development, the leaders that we get with a lot of the reds and some of the golds. Obviously, I know a lot of people like the Tommy character. I don't really, he's all right. He doesn't like annoy me like some other fans. Like they hate Tommy. I don't really hate the guy. I think, he's all right character. He's not remotely in my top 10 of favorite characters, but he exists. It's kind of like Wolverine for me. Like I, in some way, like Wolverine, but he's not my top 10 characters. He exists. I was always more of a Scott guy and a Beast guy. And there's nothing wrong with liking Tommy, if you like him. I did the same thing, ODC, but with Voltron, researched, then started the collection. Yeah. Yep. Voltron's another one where I had some Voltron, and I watched the show, but I just, it was the same thing with Transformers. It was just like never. It was always sold out. My parents could never find it for me, and if it was expensive, and they couldn't afford it. So I never really got back into Voltron, unfortunately. But the show, the what was it? The Netflix show, it's pretty good. Um, will we get? Oh my god, the burp, not good. Will we get more DC reviews after the new year? Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing some more DC stuff. I was actually thinking about going back and redoing all of my DC Universe Classics reviews because I remember like, well, I watched a couple of them, and I normally don't go back and watch any of my videos. I just upload them and that's it. But I watched a couple of them and I'm just like, yeah, this is borderline bad. So I might go back and just redo the DC Universe Classic stuff. And maybe my opinion will have changed over time with some other characters, you know? We will get more. Oh, yeah, past that. The gimmicks kill me, like the big belts and all the crap on it, and then the big crap on it that gets activated by a Pez dispenser. Too much crap that's focused on selling toys. Yeah, with some seasons, you know, they were definitely focused on toys, but and you know, like no season is perfect. I'm not saying any season is perfect. In Space is not perfect. Um, you know, some might say that besides, if you watch Rescue, beyond the character of Carter, the other team members are kind of bleh, you know? Like, none of them are fucking Oscar worthy, but you gotta simplify shit. Like, if I can enjoy it for the reasons I enjoy it, then I'm going to enjoy it. It's not the best product I've ever seen on TV. You know, it was, especially back then, meant for children. And you see that's the difference between Kamen Rider and Power and the Sentai show. Is Kamen Rider obviously meant for a little bit more of an adult crowd, where Power Rangers and that stuff is more meant for more kids. So it's a little bit more campy. What was it? I can't tell you how many times in Lost Space, like what was it? Perfect example, when Kendricks kicks the bucket. Spoiler alert. I shouldn't have to say that. It's like 20 years old, over 20 years old. But when Kendricks dies, and they're all like slow motion, Kendricks, no! And then it pans to like TJ, and he's like, Kendricks, no! It's hilarious. But there's moments like that in Kamen Rider where I'm just laughing at stuff that's not really meant to be laughed at. It's the same thing. So if I can enjoy Kamen Rider and get a giggle, I can get a giggle with this and not take it too seriously. So, Renegade, take it easier, bud. Take it easier. What was that, Anthony? Renegade, take it easy, bud. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Yeah, Andy. Tommy is overhyped. He's definitely overrated. Did I ever see Battlestar Galactica? Couple episodes. No, not really. Not too much. Where I should go back and watch it. But I think I've watched I want to say about 5 or 6 episodes. Not too many. I should go back and watch it. Because I just, I'm still trying to finish all this, But yeah, maybe one day I'll pick up the DVDs and check those out. Action figure expert, how's it going? Oops. But yeah. Hey, where you been? I missed your life shoes. My life shoes? I've just been busy trying to move and everything. So I know I keep saying that, but it's tough doing everything by yourself. So And there's my boxes are over there. More boxes. More boxes that that are being used. But yeah, so this is pretty much what I have so far. And there's like I said, there's more coming tomorrow as far as the Hangout is going to be concerned for tomorrow. There's Beast Morphers. We already showed you Leo. We've got Dino Charge. I actually didn't mind Dino Charge. The Supercharge show was, ugh. I don't know what they were thinking with that ending. It's horrible. But there's the Psycho Red. We got Psycho Blue. Psycho Red, Psycho Blue. And then we've got, let's see. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else as I'm trying to show all of these. Where else? There's Jason. Regular Jason. We got. I already showed you Zach. We've got Thomas the Tank Engine. There's Thomas. Thomas. We got. Was it? Draken is the proper pronunciation, not Draken. I know a lot of people say Draken, but it actually is Draken. Because you would say dragon, not Draken. You know, when you're saying dragon, you wouldn't say Draken. Unless you really want to go out of your way and say Draken. I don't know. Anyway, here's Lord Dragon. Draken. There we go. I just got Kimberly today at GameStop. And she was actually on sale for, I think it was like $17 at GameStop. So that was a score. She's a little bow-legged. I'm still working with those legs, those knees. Yeesh. And then I already showed you Magnet Defender. Got Goldar. I got a lot to say about Goldar. I'll just say it in the review. But he was on sale for $17 as well, which I think was a score because I thought he was going to be like a deluxe figure or something. And then we've got Zed. I got a lot to say about him too. Mostly good, but I have my issues. And one of my favorite guys, come here. One of my favorite guys, really cool character. Loved this season. By the way, SPD. I got a lot to say about that show. But so one of the higher ups in my ranking system. But Doggy Kruger, really awesome. Really dig his character. He's total badass. When I think of like a mentor, I think of Doggy Kruger. So that's what I would want my mentor to be. Smart, intelligent, can handle his own, likes to be on the front lines. Likes to help out, gets his hands dirty. But, you know, I have my issues with that figure too. But yeah, I think these are all solid. I think it's a very solid line. Very good. I want to say between the Lightning Collection and the Siege line, I think those are the two best this year that have come out. And that's saying a lot with, you know, the Black Series coming out with a lot of good stuff, good quality stuff. With the with Marvel Legends, as usual, you know, Marvel Legends are Marvel Legends. But I think this trumps both of those. This and the Siege line trumps them both. Am I going to get any of the robots for the Rangers? They're just too expensive. Not at this time. Maybe down the line, Woodman. But they're just too expensive. I think they're like, some are like $139. And if I'm going to spend $139 on one thing, it's going to be Omega Supreme. Or 159, I think that's what he is. I think I actually found a couple, like, what was it? Amazon had him up for like 120. Omega Supreme is what I'm referring to. But yeah, they do look good. They look really good. just not right now. I don't know if they came out with like a little bit cheaper, and they were in a little bit better scale. Because I think the ones that are kind of expensive, some of them are like $250 or something. Which I think like Titanius, whatever the hell his name is, the long neck, the Brontus looking thing. I don't know. Brenda, take it easy. Gotta go running late. Making dishes now before next week. Everybody, have a great holiday. Enjoy your holiday. Thanks for popping by, hanging out. Appreciate it as always. But yeah, some of those are like $250, like anywhere from like $130 to $250. I was like, ew. Yeah, no thanks. That's like 4 waves of figures for me. 3 or 4 waves, whatever. But yeah, they do look good though. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Like I said, I've been trying to I got a couple Figure Arts figures too. I don't know where I think they're upstairs right now, but I got a couple of those. I've been just trying to expand my horizons, and that's mostly what I've been doing, because I get in my I get stuck in these ruts where I want to try something different, and nothing's really sparking my interest, and then I get kind of like, like I don't feel like doing anything. So, and what was that? I think I put out a few videos on Star Wars, and then that gets boring kind of quick. I love Star Wars, don't get me wrong, and I love G.I. Joe, but I get my spurts where I'm like, okay, it's time to do some of this stuff. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this. So this is a nice little change of pace, getting into this line and getting into the whole lore and learning a lot about it in a very short period of time. I feel like I'm turning into a friggin' Power Ranger. There's been a recent series, and if they adapt to be an Orange Ranger, yeah, I think, what was it? Oh no, I'm thinking of Orange Lightsaber. I'm thinking of Star Wars. Everything is starting to meld together now. Am I gonna see the new Star Wars? Oh, I knew that. I knew that question was coming. You had to be the one, didn't you, Woodman? No, I'm not going to see the Rise of Skywalker. I already knew all the plot leaks, the spoilers. I already knew that like 2 weeks ago. Not going to see that shit. Not giving my money. No, thank you. On top of that, I already watched it on a pirated site last night. It was not the best quality. It was camcorder quality, but I gotta say the camcorder quality was actually not bad. But I wanted to see how much of the spoilers lined up with the actual movie, and like 100% of the spoilers matched up perfectly with the movie. So if you've read the spoilers, you've already seen the movie. Unless you actually want to see the movie. But I watched it last night on my iPad for free. I'm not giving them my money. I'm not giving my money to a substandard product. Sorry, but no. No. I would say if I could give it the quickest review ever, I would say it's just as bad as The Last Jedi, just in a different way. So there you go. There's my review. But I will also say this. Go see it for yourself. Don't base it on what I'm saying. If you like it, there's nothing wrong with you liking it. Personally, I don't like it. I don't like The Last Jedi. And if you like plain toast or vanilla ice cream, then you'll love The Force Awakens if you haven't seen that. And that's what I think The Force Awakens is like the epitome of vanilla ice cream, when you go to Baskin Robbins, if you had or even if you don't go to Baskin Robbins and you went to like a nice little locally, we have a place called Anderson's, and they have all these little, they have a bunch of different varieties that you can choose from. And then there's like, why would you ever want vanilla? But yet, like you walk in and you're Disney, and they're like, I don't want butterscotch. I don't want cookie dough. I don't want hot fudge sundae. I don't want bubble gum. I don't want a Nerds Blizzard. I will take vanilla, please. That's what they ordered. So, yeah, the whole trilogy's been really a letdown. So, not like it's anything out of left field. I think a lot of people have seen this coming. And the funny thing is about it, I told myself I was going to rant. I'm blaming you, Woodman. God damn it. All right. So, the funniest thing I think about this whole Disney thing is that they had to go out of their way to get rid of the legend stuff. And you're like, all right, if you're going to go out of your way to get rid of it, then you're going to come up with something new and original, correct? That's what you would think, right? No, they just told their version of Jaina Solo and Jason Solo and called it a day. They're like, oh, we're just gonna get real bland and boring, and we're just gonna change their names and not have them be related so they can make out in the end. Ooh! It's like, if you're gonna do that, Disney, then what you should have done was not do it at all. And just not continued with 7, 8, 9, because there's nothing wrong with 1 through 6 was enough, right? That's what logic and reasoning would tell you. But we're talking about big corporations here, so they don't give a shit about logic and reasoning. They just, well, how can we make money? Oh, we got to make money off that Skywalker name. So they don't give a shit if it's good or not. They just want to get butts in seats so they can make more money. They can get paid more. They can get more revenue. That's all they care about. Okay? Nothing's going to change unless people show that they are willing to show the change. So, until we get quality product on screen, the big screen, not just one TV show that's The Mandalorian, not just one video game. And I hear a lot of people say this, and I'm going to kind of segue a little bit into Fallen Order. The game is good. And I'm mostly speaking to like a lot of gamers. The game is good, and yes, it's a baby step in the right direction for EA, because we all know how crooked and shitty EA is. Battlefront 2, and a plethora of other different games, but I'm speaking solely on Star Wars. The problem is that you don't get enough of those. We don't get enough good, solid movies now. It's few and far between. Then we get a good one, and we're like, oh my god, this is amazing. And then everyone tries to copy that one good one. Oh, we just got to go back to what they like this. This is what I'm talking about. These big corporations have no idea what they're buying anymore. They didn't know what they were getting with Star Wars. They had no plans for this trilogy. And it's just, at the end of the day, they're in the game to make money, not to make fans happy. They don't give a shit about that. If they gave a shit, then guess what? George wouldn't have sold Disney, and George would have made his own 7, 8, 9, which he said he didn't really want to do. He thought about doing it, but... And I know there's the whole, like, I already know all about it. He was going to do he talked about in an interview how he had this whole thing planned out and for 7, 8, 9. But who knows if he would have actually done it. The point I'm trying to make is the whole overarching point of all of this is that when you get a product in the hands of a big company, and I've been saying this since Disney bought them in 2012. Disney bought Lucasfilm. When you get a big company and I've known this from experience because I've been a WWE fan for a very long time. Okay, I'm talking WWF early golden age days. I'm talking Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan. I'm talking before the Winged Eagle Championship. I've seen this happen with this company. When they turned into a big company on the sweat of a blue collar company, then they turned into a publicly traded company. They went bland, boring, tasteless, and that's why we have shitty wrestling on TV every fucking Monday and every fucking SmackDown. You know, that's why you have the product that you do now, because they don't care about actually giving you what you want. They care about just making money. If they can make money with half the effort, what's the point? As long as you're making consistent revenue. That's all they care about. That's where I'm getting with Solo. I want to say Rogue One is probably the only one that they were like, okay, well, we think we know what's going on. Let's give Gareth Edwards free reign to do what he wants. And he did, and it was okay. You know, it's a watchable Disney Star Wars movie. But other than that, other than Rogue One, what do you have? Mandalorian? That's it? That's about it. I mean, Solo tanked. It was horrible. And people did it because Last Jedi, no one likes it. Regardless of what critics say it is. People don't like it. So, it's these companies, they buy a product that has some sort of meaning, and then they don't understand what they bought. And I'm not blaming the actors. Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, none of these people on this cast did anything wrong. They came in, they're doing their job, they get told by the director what to do, they get told by the producers what to do, and they do their job. And I can't blame any of the actors for any of this. Adam Driver, any of them. I can't blame them. So I see a lot of dumb people blaming the fucking actors like they did something wrong. Like, you screwed it up. Like, no, they get told what to do. Don't take it out on the actors. It'd be like if you went to work, right? Like, I work for the city. If I walked into work and I'm picking up fucking garbage, right? And I walk into work and someone runs out of their house like, you fined me last week, and I'm like, whoa, I'm just here to do my job. I'm here to pick this up, put it in the back of that truck, and move on to the next one. It's the same thing. The same exact thing. Let's say you got an office job and you're filing paperwork and someone runs in like, hey, you didn't file my paperwork right, or you got me fired. It's like, no, I didn't get you fired. I just filed the paperwork. I'm doing my job. I'm just here to do my job. Don't yell at me. Yell at the person that fired you. I didn't fire you. Yell at them. So it's that type of mentality where people blame the wrong people. You want to blame somebody, blame Bob Iger, blame Kathleen Kennedy, blame the producers, blame those people. Those are the people that make the decisions of writing the scripts. And I know, like, what was it? Ryan Johnson wrote his script, but that also comes with, okay. And look, I'm really going off on a rant now. Ryan Johnson and JJ Edwards. JJ, I'll just say JJ. Anyway, JJ and Ryan Johnson, they both didn't have a plan. They were given a big budget franchise with no plan. And they were probably told by Kathleen Kennedy and other producers and other investors and this or that or whatever. Bob Iger, whoever. Because at the end of the day, it always goes to the top. It's the head of the snake makes all the decisions for the rest of the body. They were told what they can and cannot do at the end of the day. That's the way it works. When Star Wars was run by George Lucas, you saw the difference between the OT and the prequels. Well, whether I like the prequels or not is irrelevant. You saw the difference. You saw the flaws, a lot of the flaws in the prequels. The original trilogy was done by a collaborative effort where George had to work with other people. He needed help. Guy almost had a heart attack after making episode 4. He had to go to the hospital. Okay? He almost passed out because of the stress, because he wanted to give his full vision for Star Wars in the first, in A New Hope. Second movie wasn't like that. It was a collaborative effort. He got a director to direct it. He got people to help. He got people to say, no, don't do that. Good idea, George, but stop it. We're going to leave that out for some other time. Put it in a comic, you can do that. Don't put it in The Empire Strikes Back. And then same thing happened with Return. I mean, all 3 movies are close to perfect. The closest to perfect is probably Empire Strikes Back. Probably one of the best films ever made. Arguably. But the point I'm trying to make with all this is that when you have a collaborative effort and you have people that are focused and driven, and this is a smaller project that turns into be something bigger, that's when you get something great. All the ducks were in a row for the original trilogy. The prequels, you had one guy, no one challenged him, no one said, George, don't do that. Because he's like, what? What'd you say? I'm George. Don't tell me no. This is my story. That's what happened with the prequels. I still like the prequels. Because guess what? It came from the horse's mouth. It came from George. When Disney got this, they shouldn't have touched it. They should have just left it alone and either went so far in the future it had nothing to do with the Skywalker saga, or went so far in the past that you can work with whatever you want to work with. The other thing is, I don't think JJ nor Rian Johnson, and I'm challenging both of them because I don't think they understand the lore at all. I don't think either one of those dudes have an understanding of what the fuck Star Wars is or what exactly the characters are. Especially Rian Johnson. Mr. I'm going to do things for the sake of doing it without giving a care. So, I know I'm sitting here, I'm bitching and moaning the entire time, and I apologize. But, no, actually, I don't apologize. So, I want to challenge those people, and then you look at product like what we're getting with Favreau and Filoni, and you're like, how can these two guys do it fine, and you had such a hard time with finding them, or how can Marvel get it so right, and Star Wars gets it just all wrong, all types of wrong. Whether there's political shit involved, that comes from the higher ups. What the higher ups want is what they want, because we did focus groups and we had a better female we need a better female blah 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 for this, or we need more LGBTQ in this, or we need this, and they're shoving shit in there that doesn't necessarily work with the story. While granted it's good to have that stuff, it's got to make sense at the end of the day, and if it doesn't make sense, it doesn't work for the story. So, regardless of whether you put it in there or not, it doesn't make the movie any fucking better. So, what difference does it make? The major thing that I notice in every single one of the Disney trilogy, they put characters in there for maybe like a movie, like Rose Tico. Where was Rose Tico in this movie? I'm still looking for her, because, she's in there, but nothing of substance. I'm trying to keep this spoiler free because I don't want to ruin anything for anybody, but that's not really a spoiler. Like, anybody gives a shit about Rose Tico anyway. The point I'm trying to make is that they had a lot of characters that even they came out with, even in the action figure line. And have you noticed that there's not a lot of the Rise of Skywalker figures out there? We got Sith troopers. Okay. It's just a red trooper. And you'll know what I'm saying if you see the movie. So, it's just a red trooper. And this is another thing about the lore part. And I know this is a very minute detail, but it just goes to prove my point. The whole, and this has been released, and this is not a spoiler, but the whole thing where they're having the chase scene on the desert, and they see jump troopers, and they're like, they fly now. They fly now? They fly now. Jump troopers have been in your lore for a very long time, and the fact that JJ doesn't know that just goes to show you the forced humor in the movie. That's not even funny. I don't know why saying they jump now is really funny. 3 times. So if I repeat myself 3 times, it makes it funnier the 3rd time, right? Right? It does, right? I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how this turned into fucking Star Wars shit. I'm trying to talk about Power Rangers. Okay, fellas, I want to see steam come out of ODC's ears as about Star Wars. No, you're fine. You're fine. I just get passionate the way I talk, and it gets confused with me being angry. Loot crates rock, not. Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. And that's the thing, like, I want Star Wars to be good, but it's not been good for a very long time. What does that tell you? It means try to either leave it the hell alone, or try to do what George initially wanted to do, which was keep it on TV serials. Do short, confined stories like they're doing with The Mandalorian. And a lot of people call them filler episodes, but they're not filler episodes. If you've watched the Clone Wars with Filoni did with the Clone Wars, yeah, there's filler episodes, but some of those filler episodes are some of the best episodes in the Clone Wars. And if people watch that, which they don't, because people like, I don't watch animated shows, those are for kids. You know, I'm talking about the casuals, none of us in here. I'm talking about the casuals. Casuals won't watch the animated show, so they don't get it. They're ignorant to that. They don't understand it. I get filler because you got filler, whether it was with Batman the animated series, whether it was Ninja Turtles, whether it was Super Friends, whatever you watched in the past, from especially coming from our age, you get that there's going to be filler shows. And a lot of the arguments I'm seeing about The Mandalorian, a lot of people complaining about it, I'm like, no, you're complaining for the wrong reasons. You don't understand. Like, you don't understand how to pace a show. And none of these people have produced a show. Not saying that I have either, but to make sense of things, to try to get to pace the show the best way you can, to try to put your best foot forward for the show. You can't just be stuck on one thing. It's good to step outside and do little stories in between to kind of break up the monotony of just telling one overarching story. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with shows that do that, but and I don't actually have a problem. I think 8 episodes is perfect, because I'll tell you one thing. Some of the shows like Luke Cage, some of the Netflix shows, they really just dragged shit out, and it was just rough to watch at points. And I've said that in I think I said that in the past with Luke Cage, especially. Some of those fillers are really filler, and especially on an hour show. That's why I'm glad these shows are a half an hour, and I'm glad they're only 8 episodes, because each episode means that much more. And whether you have a filler episode or not, if the filler or if it's tropey, as long as the tropes work and the filler works, and it's still giving you character development, it's still giving you what you want from your product, like a Star Wars show, that's all that matters. None of that other shit matters. So, I gotta get close. Did anyone else notice that Finn's force sensitive? I'm not gonna comment on that because that is. I shouldn't have said that. Actually, so read it out loud. I'll give it another couple days before I mention any spoilers in a future video, but Human Mechanism, what's up, bud? I remember when a new Star Wars movie was a huge event, not like getting that feeling from where'd the video oh there we go. Not getting that feeling from The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, that's the thing, like, especially after The Last Jedi, regardless of whether you liked it or not, you're Disney's trying to pump out these movies. Star Wars, it's not Marvel. You can't do that with Star Wars. Like, that's not how Star Wars has ever worked. It's been a long, drawn-out thing. On top of that, the coolest thing about Star Wars is that you get not only the comic lore, but you also get a lot of video game content. I think the Disney's best bet would have been, instead of doing any trilogies, wait to see what people actually want. Come out with some shows like they're doing now. That's what I would have started with. Start with some shows. Although I know what the fans would want, so I would know what to do. But that's just me. They don't understand that. And from a person that doesn't understand that perspective, I think it would have served them much better just going with TV shows based on certain characters, even new characters that you could have built into movies down the road if they catch on, if they're good. And if it's not good, you cancel the show. No big deal. When it comes to a big budget trilogy, then you're playing in deep water with no life preserver. You're going to drown very quickly. And look at them now. They're trying to tread water. Quality control among Star Wars figures has been pretty much non-existent. Yeah, especially a lot of the older ones with the face paint. Whew, really bad. I get it, buddy. I agree with you. Been a Star Wars geek since the beginning. Very disappointed. Yes, saw A New Hope in theaters. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to do that. I was non-existent. Did I see the Black Series Yavin Luke figure where they misspelled his name on the package? Yes, I did see that, Human Mechanism. Mine actually, I don't think mine had a. I have to check. I have to double check, but I don't think mine had a. Let me check that really quick. I don't think mine. Oh wait, I think my packaging's in South Carolina. Hold on. I think I bought that one when I was down there. Yeah, I don't have that one here. I don't have it here. Oh wait, maybe I do. Oh no, that's Jedi Luke. Never mind. Yeah, that's I was thinking of Jedi Luke, but yeah, I did see someone post that on Instagram. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, Ionic. It always starts at the top. It's always these vice presidents making the big decisions, and then it's the trickle effect. It just slowly goes down the line. They tell, oh, we want this. We know this because of focus groups and blah blah blah, trending themes and politics and such. So, but yeah, so I don't know. That's pretty much. I don't want to rant too much about Star Wars because I get it. Like it just came out. What was it, yesterday? So, but I don't know. I just personally, I'm not brokenhearted about it. About the movie itself. I mean, I'm brokenhearted that Star Wars is bland and tasteless and boring right now. It's just what it is. We have The Mandalorian to look forward to, which is really good. Um, but, you know, if a TV show is better than your trilogy, what does that say? And I'm pretty sure the majority of people, if I were to ask them, if I were to take a poll and say, what do you like better? All three Disney sequel trilogy movies or The Mandalorian? I'm pretty sure everyone would say The Mandalorian is better. I'm pretty sure 90% of people would say that it's better than the sequel trilogy. That's just my guess. But do I have an Instagram? I do. I'm never on it though. I'm if I am, it's just to look at pictures of figures and that's it. I think I have like 12 posts on Instagram. I'm never on it, so I know rocks, but getting really tired of all the baby Yoda love. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's kind of like the Chewbacca mask lady. It's gonna happen whenever they introduce something like that, and it's Disney at the end of the day. They love doing that shit, you know. I guess I don't mind it that much. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the little bastard is cute as shit. Um, I am more invested in what is going to happen because of he is what he is. We don't know if it's Yoda yet. I know there's a lot of theories that he could be a clone, that Palpatine cloned him, or that the Kaminoans cloned him. There's all these theories about him being cloned and being actual Yoda. Who knows? The way Disney has done things goes to tell me that it's probably a clone of Yoda, just because Disney doesn't think of anything new and original, and they don't like doing new characters, unless it's like, you know, I know they're doing The Mandalorian, but, and if they do a new character, it usually doesn't have a really good story arc. But with Filoni and Favreau, I do have some faith in, because, especially Filoni, I think the Clone Wars is such a good animated series show that I have a lot of faith in Dave Filoni. So I actually got to meet him at Star Wars Celebration 2017. So Baby Yoda is my spirit animal. Yeah, I mean, I don't really. I guess I don't mind it too much. I don't really. Also, don't pay attention to too much on like social media. So I guess probably people post about it probably a lot. Some of the memes are funny that I have seen, but I'm not really like on social media like I'm on social media. Usually it's just for figures and that's it. If it's some family stuff, I'll post it, but that's few and far between. Yeah, them guts. The Clone Wars is fantastic. I have all the seasons. The movie, I would say watch the show first and then go back and watch the movie. If you were trying to watch it, sorry, if you're trying to watch it chronologically, then you're going to want to watch the movie. But I don't think the movie's really all that great. The animated Clone Wars movie. I think the show is much better, and the coolest thing about the Clone Wars show is that they really dive into a lot of these stories. Dive into the mental health, the well-being, and the overall character development of a lot of these clone characters. And that's a very big, strong point, especially with Captain Rex, Fives, Echo. A lot of these characters really get drawn out in this show that you had no idea existed before. Cody's in it, but he's not. It's mostly Captain Rex. There's Commander, a lot with Commander Wolf. You learn about the Clone Commandos. There's a Clone Commando. There's a specific Clone Commando episode, which is fantastic. I don't want to ruin it for you, but it's really good. Very well done. And that was actually due to, I think they got that episode because the video game was so good. And the video game is pretty fun if you like a nice narrative first-person shooter with a story behind it. that's a good game to play. Yeah, I mean the action is without a doubt fantastic. And if you like the character of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin, and it really like okay, so in episode 2 and then in episode 3, you kind of see and this like I grew up, and I'm sure a lot of you watching this grew up with buddy cop movies, and a lot of it has to do with that buddy cop nature. And you get a lot with that, or a little bit with that, I should say, between episode 2 and episode 3. And then, obviously, what happens is what happens in episode 3. But in the Clone Wars, that's much more drawn out. And then the fact that Anakin gets his own Padawan is even better. Because they didn't have to do that. They could have just stuck with him and Obi-Wan and went with that. But they brought in Ahsoka. They brought that in, and they drew that out. And they drew out a different side of Anakin where, he's not just the student all the time. He's he is a master, he just doesn't get the title. Where he was always worried about that in episode 3. Oh, they didn't make me a master. He's like, but you have a seat on the council, Anakin. Which is Obi-Wan telling him that none of that shit matters. If you get the title, you're on the friggin' council. Shut up. But you see more character development, and that's what's so good. So if you watch episode 1, 2, and then you go into the Clone Wars, watch all the Clone Wars stuff, then you go into episode 3, much more gravitas for episode 3. Much more. Much, much more. And I'm not saying that, they shouldn't have to do an animated show just so you feel more for episode 3, but it works. And it's something that they did really good, very well, and now they're doing the same thing that they applied with Clone Wars to The Mandalorian. So, but yes, the Clone Wars does blow the new movies away. Absolutely. Destroys it. Clone Wars show made me even more attached to characters. Yeah, I mean, really, because no one knew who Captain Rex was until the Clone Wars came out. Till that show came out, no one even knew he existed. They never showed him in any of the movies. Same thing with Commander Wolf. They only showed Commander Cody. And I think Barkara. Commander Barkara, that was featured in like one scene. In episode 3, they showed, who else? Commander Gree, when he got his head chopped off in episode 3. And like a lot of these characters that you only saw for short periods of time, like Cody had a couple speaking lines, and that was about it. Yeah, so you watch the show and you get so much better character development, so many better stories, and even, like I said, the filler stories are very well done. We wouldn't have got Saw Gerrera if it wasn't for Dave Filoni. And I know maybe Saw Gerrera is not at the top of the list of importance of Star Wars characters, but, a lot of people like that episode, so. I gotta plug this up. Power Rangers are falling over. Come on. Where are we? Is this the Star Wars stream? No, it's not a Star Wars stream. I'm just ranting, so I apologize. Back the camera up so I'm not... no, it's not really a Star Wars stream. I'm just kind of ranting. Someone asked me about Star Wars, and I was actually talking about Power Rangers before. Be right back, getting a sandwich. Yo, Joe. Thought it was going to be trash spin-off to sell merch at the time. But yeah, no, it's definitely quality. And I think they're coming out with the next season. Season 7 is coming out. So, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really have anything else. I mean, unless you guys have any questions for me, as far as the whole Star Wars thing is concerned. There's not really much else to tell. But yeah, so I've been trying to watch more Kamen Rider, as probably as much as as or catching up on some. So, like I said, I watched Drive and that was really good. Let's not talk about Star Wars. All right. I just said I'm not going to. Did I get the Love Triangle X-Men box set? No, I didn't get the Love Triangle. I do have the. Oh, you guys saw the review. I already have it up. My next Marauders vid, like I said, is probably going to be before New Year's because I am going out of town for New Year's. So I'm going to try and get one up maybe Christmas Eve. Maybe, depending on what I'm doing. I do have to do some family stuff. So maybe the day before, maybe the day after Christmas. But yeah, no, I didn't get the Love Triangle box set for X-Men, the 3-pack. I didn't get that yet. I'm waiting on that to drop in price. Because you know what? I don't really need any of them. I think the only one I really want out of that is Jean. I don't really need another Scott. I have all of the other Scotts. And Wolverine, I have enough Wolverines to choke a horse. So I'm good on him. I don't really care to own one with bone claws, so that one doesn't really matter to me. I really only care about I really only care about Jean, but I have the crappy one, the crappy first version. So I guess that will suffice for now until maybe one day down the road I get her. Am I gonna do any new Marauders figures like the World War II stuff? Yeah, when they released it on their, I didn't pre-order any of those. I didn't do the order on those. And ooh, I just got an offer accepted for an SH Figure Arts Sentai Power Ranger Sun Vulcan. Check that one off the list. $30 paid for it. Not too bad for Figure Arts. Am I gonna get? Yeah, as soon as the World War II stuff drops on Marauders, I'm gonna be picking some of that stuff up. I did put in a pre-order for because what was that? A pre-order ended for the suits and some of the I finally got my red T-shirt, so I get to fix my what's his name? Oh, Action Figure Expert's leaving? Where'd he go? You too. Have a Merry Christmas, Action Figure Expert. Have a good one. I'll probably see you on the next stream. I'll be streaming tomorrow. I'm doing another Hangout tomorrow. I can't say the UNBOXING word, but that'll be happening tomorrow. I'm expecting a package to come in tomorrow, so. Oh, what was I saying? Nomad. I got my red T-shirt for my Nomad, so I can update that. There's a whole bunch of stuff. The pre-orders just ended for those, so I'm waiting for the World War II stuff to kind of trickle in. I think they said it's not going to start trickling in until the new year, so it's a wait and see. Gotta slow that spelling down. I don't know why this keeps sticking. I'm clicking on comments. What's going on right now? There we go. I've seen enough lightsabers. I don't know what that means. Okay. But yeah, the Marauder stuff, always quality stuff. I'm glad we're getting the World War II stuff. And I'm like, so many people posting photos of the Marauder stuff, the World War II stuff, and I'm like, I really want those. So I probably should have pre-ordered when I had the chance. I think at the time I just didn't have the money to do it. So it's all good though. I have the money now to do so. So. Oh, I did pick up a couple more Purge Troopers from GameStop. So there's that. These are pretty cool. I kind of wish that they would have came with their staffs from Fallen Order. So, yeah, the Russian figures look really good. I want to say all of them look really good. I really want any Transformers. Yeah, I actually got. Let me finish my sentence first. But I actually really wanted the medic and the Wind Talker, the Native American. Singing the theme song. I know, right? And he actually comes he's a little bit larger than your normal figure art, so I think he might fit in with these guys, seeing as he's the first Red Ranger ever. So, in Sentai, got some third-party Transformers figures on the way. Do I? I don't know. Oh, maybe I do. I don't know. But speaking of Transformers Siege, I just stopped at Target, and I wasn't actually expecting to find anything new in the aisle because there's never anything new in my Target aisle. Usually. But what's funny is I actually found Lord Draken sitting on Target. Right, just chilling in Target. So that was a surprise because he's only one per case, and he's been more and more tough to get. But I did pick up Ape Face. So I actually really like his transformations. They're both really simple to do, pretty cool, lots of fun. I do have an issue with his gun, though. For some reason, his gun just does not want to stay where, like, when you get him into plane mode or jet mode, see that hole right there where it's supposed to go? It just keeps falling out. It does not want to stay in at all. So I always have to put it in the second hole because there's two holes. And then port that in like that. But then the gun is kind of like, it's facing upward when you have him level. See how it's facing like it's going that way? I'm like, all right, I guess that's a thing. But that's really, I want to say, one of the only few gripes that I have with some of these is that some of the guns don't stay in their hands as tightly as I'd want them to, or in their alt modes. So, but he's a good one. I actually like him, and I wasn't actually planning on picking him up, but I saw him in package, and I was like, oh, he actually looks pretty cool. So I gave him a chance. And I actually think Target had him on sale. He was like $16. I also noticed some Walgreens have a lot of like I got Brute. He was $15 at Walgreens. So some of these figures are going on sale right now for the holidays. So might get lucky, you know. Your kids are gonna love the hell out of you. Did they ever make Power Rangers in 4-inch scale? I think they did, but they didn't really catch on. They've always been like 6 or 7-inch scale. I think the Legacy collection was, 7-inch scale? A little bit larger. I have a few of those, but they had a lot of QC issues. I didn't like they still had the hands that move, and they don't grip well. I had some issues. The bodies were also too large, where the Lightning collection gets it. It looks like a guy in a suit. And that's important, I think, is to get that aesthetic for the Power Rangers. So they were also a little bit too buff, too big, and I don't know. I checked off a bucket list item and saving for Joe's October guard. You did it? Uh-oh, what'd you get? What'd you get, Woodman? What'd you do? Did you get an FSS figure? What'd you do? Wish the stupid comments would stay up on this app. It sucks. YouTube app sucks. It's terrible. Like I can't keep the comments up. They keep disappearing. This has been going on for like years. Going to be funny at Christmas time when you're digging under the tree for them toys. They're going to be hanging in the tree. I'll just have Ape Face transformed in his ape mode, and he'll just be on the top of the tree. Or Optimus will have to be at the top of the tree, obviously, for obvious reasons, right? That's Dad, right? Sun Vulcan isn't the first Sentai that would be. Wait, I thought he was. Wait. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Which one did I win? Because I have a. Hold on. Oh, you're right. You know what? I have a. I'm sorry. My bad. In my head, I was processing one thing when it was another. I put in 2 different offers for 2 different figures, and just forget what I said earlier. You're right, Andy, and I put in one for Vulcan, and then I put one in for Go Ranger. So, and they spelled his name wrong. They spelled Ranger wrong on the packaging. Did you notice that? They spelled it with an E. Isn't that weird? It's with an A, I thought. Oh, it's still early. It's only 8:30. We're just going to keep going. We're going to keep this going. As long as my posture will allow it. Man, I woke up the other day and I had these crazy... Oh my God, I couldn't move my neck when I woke up. I had to roll... You ever had, like, you sleep weird and you get so stiff and it's like you pinched a nerve? Like, it was pulsating right up my spinal cord, right up my back to my neck, and I was like, oh! I was like, Oreo, push me out of bed, I can't move. I can't move. Obviously, he did not help. What's up, Gaz? How you doing, buddy? Long time no see. But yeah, I put in an offer for Go Ranger, and I put in an offer for Sun Vulcan. So Sun Vulcan actually goes for more, but I got a really good deal on him just now. So pretty pleased about that. I'm doing well, man. Doing really well. Can't complain at all. Just getting ready for the move. Still packing. It's been like every day I'm trying to pack something up. My house is turning into the house of boxes. It's annoying. It's spelled with an E? Okay. I thought it was with an A. I could have swore it was with an A. Yeah, I'm probably wrong. As usual. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased getting. I'm trying to get both of those. But yeah, that's what I meant to say. I meant to say Go Ranger actually runs, the figure arts version of him runs a little bit taller, so I think he'll fit in with the Hasbro stuff pretty well. Because I don't think they're not going to touch any of this Sentai stuff. The regular Sentai stuff. Yeah, I've been doing really well, Gaz. Like I said, just packing up the stuff, getting into the Lightning Collection stuff, putting in a lot of pre-orders for Marauder stuff. So there's that, but that's just playing the waiting game at that point with the new T-shirts and the new camo pants and I love that they're doing all the different colored suits, like the white and the navy blue. I really like that. It looks really good. So you can do your twins if you wanted to go a cheaper route. Fucking Woodman. Hey guys, ODC's giving away his collection once, so fucking asshole. Okay, it's Ranger with a Japanese accent. My bad. No, I'm not giving... Gaz, don't listen to him. I'm not giving my stuff away. I'm packing it up because I'm moving. And then I'm storing some stuff still here. So, did I see toys that made us Power Rangers episode? Yes, I did. Did you guys see, what was it? I gotta put it on right now to remind myself. Because right now I'm in the middle of a, oh, I don't want to lose my spot in this review. I'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, wait, it was right there. God damn it. No, don't load that. Don't load that. Don't load that. Don't load that. No! Sorry. Can I have your Dusty collection? If I ever die, Gaz, I will give you my Dusty collection. How's that? I'll write you into my will. The Dusty collection goes to Gaz. You say yes. Fun fact, Inframan released the same year as Go Ranger. Oh, okay. I couldn't find Inframan on eBay. Maybe he's probably an older figure. Because I think, what was it? I think Go Ranger's like 6 years old. 5 or 6 years old. He's an older one. He's an older gentleman. He's an older gentleman. Why? What is my smart TV? Smart TV, you're acting really stupid. Pissing me off. Alright, hold on. Wait, did I see the Power Rangers? Are they on season 3? Because I think I've only seen season 2. No, I didn't see the Power Rangers. Oh, wait, I started watching it. I gotta turn that off for copyright. I haven't seen it. I saw the Ninja Turtles one. Hold on. Let me see what I'll tell you what I saw in a second. Hold on. I saw all of season 1, which was Star Wars, Barbie, He-Man, G.I. Joe. Those were all good. Even the Barbie one. Star Trek, Transformers, Lego. I did not watch Hello Kitty because I don't give a shit about Hello Kitty. I don't really give a shit about Barbie, but it was actually an informative episode. Pro Wrestling one is next. No, I'm sorry. Yes. Power Rangers is actually, I started watching that, so that's next. Then the Pro Wrestling one is definitely high up there. Don't give a shit about My Little Pony. And I did watch the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one. That was the first one I watched. So I hope they continue this because they got to know that this is a good series to do. Really. No, stop it! Let me get copyrights. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Power Rangers crossover. I think they've already done that. I believe what was it? What year was that? Wasn't that in space? Oh, crack and crunch it. Andy, you got him 5 years ago? Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought he was like a 5 or 6 year old figure. They have the movies that made us too. Yeah, I did see the movies that made us because I saw Die Hard, and then what was the other one? Oh, I've also been watching Initial D. I don't know if anybody's into that, but it's pretty good. Pretty darn good if you like yourself some racing, some toge. Where are you? Where are you? Okay, so fun fact about me. I watched 47 Meters Down. And you have to understand this about me. I know a lot of people are probably be like, that movie sucked. I get your point. But I was scared to death. I have one major thing I am afraid of, and it is sharks. So me and sharks do not get along. One time I had a dream that I was on a raft and sharks kept trying to eat me while I was on this raft just floating along in the middle of the ocean with nothing else around but just me and sharks being circled. I gotta. Okay. Anyway, and then I woke up and I thought I was still on the raft and I fell off my bed because I was all groggy and I felt like I was in the ocean. I was trying to swim on the ground. I shit you not. I swear to God, it was an actual dream. It did happen. No, it was a dream, and then it was reality. So, there's a fun story for you. Yes, of swimming on the ground. I was in such trauma from the dream. Ugh. This is what annoys me about Netflix. Like, I'm trying to watch all of Transformers Prime, but y'all don't want to put up all the seasons. Watch season 1. Why don't you have the rest on there? Hello? McFly? Doesn't make any sense. I digress. They have all the Indiana Jones movies on there, even though I already own those, so it's pointless. Where are the movies that made us? I'm envisioning ODC hiding under his blanket, peeking, like where's Waldo watching shark movie. Yeah, it's not. I'm such a baby when it comes to the deep blue sea. Jaws like ruined pools for me when I was a kid. I wouldn't even go into a pool. My mom's like, "You're being ridiculous. Just go into the pool. There's no sharks in a pool." But in my head, like if I'm swimming at the top and I can't see what's underneath me, I was envisioning like the Jaws poster where the girl's swimming on the top of the water and then the big mouth underneath her. I would envision that as soon as I was in water, and then I was like, no. And this has come from a guy that was on a swim team for like 4.5 years, okay? That was a lifeguard at one point. So, copyright claim. We see the movie through the reflection of your glasses. Fucking asshole. Yeah, Jaws, Candyman. Oh my God, I wouldn't go near a mirror. No, I was not messing with Candyman with that creepy voice he did. Oh my Lord, no. They took Bloody Mary, put a twist on it, and made it even scarier. Where are the movies that made us? I don't remember which ones I saw. Should be on my history. Come on, you can do it. Why is Deep Blue Sea on there? Oh, I think I have other people watching movies on my thing, which is not a big deal. I don't care. I'm all stuffed up now. I might have to do another trumpet in a second because I'm getting all stuffed up. Oh, maybe I watched it on. I think I did. That's what I did. Kind of like me, I was afraid to go into the desert area after watching Tremors. See, that's what I'm saying. It's like that. You get that thought in your head. Once you get the thought in your head, it's like I don't want to go near that. My girlfriend's like, "Oh, we're gonna go deep sea diving. I want to do that. It's on my bucket list." I'm like, I'm also had a hard time. I got blow my nose. I also had a hard time growing up with roller coasters. Oh no, would not do it. Absolutely not. Death machine. Here comes the trumpet. I hope you're all ready. If you want to plug your ears now, I'm giving you the warning. It's going to be loud. It's awful. I know. And I can't help it. I'll be right back. I gotta throw this out. Mucinex, baby. It's the best. You know what I thought was interesting about this? Side note. It says on here, warning, liver warning. Do not exceed more than 12 capsules in 24 hours, which is the maximum daily amount. So that means some dipshit took more than 12 of these. I took 2 or 4 in a whole day, and I was good. Who is taking 12 of these, or more than 12? Why would you do that? Idiots, I'm telling you. Stupid McStupids. I stay held away from roller coasters, especially if they do. Oh, I got another funny. Okay, you want to hear a funny story about roller coasters? I will go on them, but if I all right, this is. I know this sounds ridiculous, but if I see a roller coaster, right, and I see like too much going on, or if I see that it's too long, I'm not fucking with that. No, it's just not happening. No way. No chance in hell. If it's short and sweet, and I get on it, and I go through the whole thing, then I want to go on it again, and again, and again, and again, because I know that it's short, sweet, to the point, gets the job done. It's not too convoluted. Where like there's this one I went on where it was called the Bat, and you go on it one way, the normal way, and then it goes up backwards, and then you go through the whole thing backwards. I'm never going on that shit ever again. I wanted to throw up. Ever. Never ever. Not a nan, not a that. Anyway, so. But, yeah. So, roller coaster, funny story. So, we're at Six Flags, right? Oh my God. I'm probably 10 years old at the time. Oh no, where were we? Canada's Wonderland. Sorry, we weren't at Six Flags. That's Darien Lake. We were at Canada's Wonderland. And I'm like 10. And this is like peak height for me. Nowhere going near that stuff. Right? So, like, I'll go on. I would just chill at water parks all day. I'd be in the water park. But then my family was like, oh, we're all going to go on a roller coaster. You got to come too. And I'm like, nope, I'll stay right here. I will stay right here. You can come. You can go. I will stand right. They're like, no, you're 10. You're coming with us. And I'm like, no, I'm not. My mom's like, John, that's my dad's name. John, just grab him and we're going on. Just grab him. So my dad goes to grab me, and I wrap myself around a pole like this. Like straight up straddling a pole. I am death gripped to this pole. I'm not crying. I'm not making a scene. Well, I'm kind of making a scene. But I'm not crying. I'm not screaming. Straight up death, like MMA, rear naked choke death grip, Randy Couture style, okay? No one is getting my little 70-pound, 60-pound body off of this thing. Okay, so Dad, which is, if you met my dad, like he's a construction guy. He owned his own contracting business. He's a strong guy, all right? Very deceptive, strong guy. Short, stocky, strong as hell. He could probably break my hand with his hand, all right? Still a strong guy. Can't get me off this pole. I'm like, no, and I'm just shaking my head. Nope. People are laughing. My mom is screaming at me, "Get off the pole! Get off the pole! Get him off the pole!" instead of just letting me just chill, my dad's like, "All right, he's all yours. He's all yours," to my mom. So my mom's all mad because she can't go on the ride. I'm still strapped to a pole because I don't trust him now. I feel like if I let go of the pole, they're gonna drag me and put me on the thing anyway. So, and this goes back to trust issues that I had with my mother whenever she said we're doing one thing and then we did a total another. We'll get to that in a second. It's got to do with sharks. I'm not gonna say it has to do with a real shark, but it's got to do with sharks. Anyway, so I'm still on this pole. Everyone goes on the ride. My mom's got to sit outside and wait. And she's so mad. And then they're like, all right, come on, let's go on the ride now. I'll stay with them. And she's like, I don't even want to go. I'm just annoyed. So I'm like, I still won't let go of the pole. Like, people are still like laughing. It was just hilarious. So, yeah, I did that when I was a kid. There's my roller coaster pole match. Or pole match? Pole story. So the reason why I didn't really trust my mother when she would say, oh yeah, we're not going to do something that you hate. Like one time she tried to, she was like, oh, long story short, it was Thanksgiving. I'll tell you the shark one in a second. It was Thanksgiving and we're eating turkey and my mom's like, here, I got you this piece of turkey. And I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. I put it in my mouth. She fed me a fucking chicken heart. It was disgusting. It tasted like straight up black coal. It was horrible. It was one of the worst things I've ever tasted in my life. Absolutely awful. I spit it right out. I was like, what was that? That was a chicken heart. Why would you do that? You know I don't want to eat that. Why would you feed me that? I don't know, that's funny. I'm like, it's not funny. Don't do that. So anyway, that was that. He says, wow, Mom. I swear my mom's a really nice lady. She just... Anyway, so then we are at Universal Studios. And I already knew as a kid that there is a Jaws ride. I didn't know where it was in Universal Studios, but I really wanted to see King Kong. Okay? I was like, I gotta go on the King Kong ride. I gotta go. And I'm like, Mom, get us tickets to the King Kong ride. I want to go on that. And she's like, okay. So, because we already went on there was a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids ride, and that was really cool. So I wanted to go see King Kong, because I loved King Kong as a kid, and Godzilla. So, she gets tickets, and she's like, oh yeah, okay, so we're going to go on this ride. It's the King Kong ride. I'm like, all right, sweet. Little did I know, and I asked her, I said, is this the one with Jaws in it? No, it's just the King Kong one. It's the one with Jaws in it. So, you go on, like, back, I don't know if they changed the ride, because I haven't been there since. But, and it's not because of Jaws, obviously. I'll go do it now, but, but back then, it was like, you get on this, like, I don't know how to like it's like a carousel ride, right? So we get on it and there's like little bars that come up and they hold you in. Like 4 people can sit on, it's like a bench, and it's got an overhang, and you ride in it, and it's like a kind of like a not a carousel ride because that goes in a circle, but it goes in like a, I don't know how to pronounce, I don't know, like a train ride but with motorized go-kart, or not go-kart, golf cart. Anyway, so you're on this like long golf cart thing, and it's hauling these other carts attached to it. So you're sitting on it, it's like a bench, it's got an overhang, and you're going through like all the Universal Studios stuff. And there's a guy on a microphone talking about blah 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 blah. Oh, there's this, and here's the Psycho House up in it. So you see the Psycho House on a hill, and then they show what did they show after that? They showed the Psycho House. they showed King Kong, and then you got to the mother lode. And I kept asking her, oh, wow, that King Kong was so great. And then we turned the corner, and they're like, I see water. I see like a little like man-made lake. It looked like a lake. And I'm like, okay, that's the end of the ride, right? And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? And my sister's laughing, so I know what that means. I'm like, I looked around, I'm like, you promised. This wasn't it. With the Jaws ride. And she's like, well, I didn't know it was going to be Jaws in here. I just asked if it was King Kong. I'm like, you son of a bitch. That's what I'm thinking in my head. So I'm like really upset. I'm crying. I'm not going to lie. I was crying like a little bitch. Okay? I'm crying. I'm upset. I was just on cloud 9 with King Kong, and now I can't even appreciate it now. The appreciation has left the building. It's like Shawn Michaels has left the building. Appreciation has left the building. Okay? Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So I see the water like we're traveling through, and here's the lake, right? The lake's like right here, and you're traveling through on this side. Here's the lake, traveling through. I'm doing this horribly. Lake, traveling through on this side, right? So when you get to like the lake portion and you see this billboard, and it's the same billboard from the movie where they drew the shark fin and the girl's eyes are like, but it transformed back then. So you saw the regular billboard, and then the guy on the microphone was like, oh my God, what's that over there? And something exploded. And then he's like, oh my God, someone must have vandalized the billboard. Look at that billboard. And then you see the fin and the girl's eyes like this. And I'm like, oh my God, this is about to happen. I'm mentally shitting myself as a child. And I'm like, I can't look. This is too much. I like go into limp mode where I'm like, I'm there, but I'm not there. I know this is ridiculous, but this is like, from a kid's perspective, it's like the biggest fear I ever have is goddamn shark, and one's about to pop out of the fucking water and try to chomp at me. And my sister's laughing the entire time. She thinks it's hilarious. So I'm holding on to my mother's friend that we traveled with, and I'm crying, and I'm like, I'm not looking. And the shark jumps out. My sister goes, I want to touch its nose. And she touches his nose, and I'm like, no! I'm like screaming, no! And the whole cart, because they're on this like rail system, the whole cart tips and is tilting towards the water. So the water's kind of coming in on the bottom. I fucking completely lost it. I completely lost it. They had to get me off the ride immediately. I was so mad at my mom for years because of that. It was hilarious. So that's why I would not trust my mother when she would say we were doing something. I'm back like a nightmare. Oh, what's up, Renegade? I was just telling stories about me being afraid of things that I probably shouldn't have been afraid of. Yeah, no, King Kong, no worries. I could deal with that all day. Friggin' Jaws ride? No way. Fuck that shark ride. I know, right? I think we're going to need a bigger tram car. Oh, that's what the other one was. It was, they brought you to, like, this underground subway thing before Jaws happened. Oh no, it was was it before or after? And it was called like Earthquake or something. I can't remember what it was. But you like went under the subway. I think it was before Jaws. And that's what I thought was Jaws, because the water started coming down the stairs, and then they had like Yeah, it was like earthquake, and then like the top of the ceiling. I think they actually used that in Beverly, one of the Beverly Hills Cop movies. Except they had like they changed it up for copyright sake or something like that. But anyway, um, so those are my stories. Sorry, I'm trying to find the um, movies. There we go. All right. So which ones did I see? I don't. I wait. Oh wait. I watched Die Hard. I don't think I watched the Ghostbusters one yet, nor have I watched the Home Alone one yet. So I got some stuff to watch, which is pretty cool. So pretty excited about that. Oh man. So yeah, those are my stories. I'm sticking to it. I have plenty more. I'm still paying off the therapy bills. Did I have the same look that Chief Brody had when he saw him? Probably worse. My eyes were probably completely popped out of my head. Probably like like the Mask when he's like he sees what's her face? What's her face for the first time? He's like oh, and tongue rolls out. His eyes pop out of his head. Whew, it was not good. You should go back and stream it. See where's Jarride's part 2. Oh God. I'd probably be holding on to my girlfriend the entire time, like, I'm okay with this. I swear. I swear I'm fine. I swear. Honey, you're being a little bitch, and I'll be like, I know. Sorry. Because she loves roller coasters, and I already told her. I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening. Sorry. We won't judge, maybe. Hey, I did promise her. I said one day I will do. I'll do a Shark Tank. I'll do it one day. I don't know what day that will be. But one day I promised her I'll do a Shark Tank. I'll go into a Shark Tank with her. Or Shark Cage, whatever. But I'm going to have to be really drunk for that. Like trashed. And I'll be like, yeah, I'll punch that shark in the face. I don't care. Give me another shot of Jameson. I'll do it. I'll poke him right in his eyeball. I actually kind of feel bad for sharks because they get a bad rep. But, and the probability of like a shark attack is so low, it's ridiculous. Hi, bud. Oh, he's awake. Hi. You want to say hello? You want to say hi? Come here. Up. Come on. Come on up. Come on. Yeah. Oh, no. Slow and steady. There you go. Oh, okay. He's going to lay down right here. There's Oreo's cameo for the day. I'll hold the camera. All right. Well, Woodman holds the camera. Zorpox will direct, and Gaz will be the producer, and Oreo will call for lunch breaks. So he can throw me a Jaws F that hold the camera. Someone's going right in Jaws' mouth. It's not going to be. It's going to be somebody, right? Or I know. Jaws. I'll get Oreo to attack Jaws. How's that? Right? You get or you gonna attack Jaws? Yeah. It's like, yes, Father. Whatever you command, I will do. Good boy. What? Look at this Kimberly head. I can't tell if it's like I could definitely tell that they tried with her head. I know this is like really bad. It's not focusing well right now, but they definitely tried with her. The eyes look pretty. Wait, does she have cross eyes? No, her eyes look pretty good. Her eyes look pretty good for the most part. Um, but yeah, I think it's the smiling face because you know how like some people have an awkward smile. This could just be her awkward smile, you know. But I actually like that they're doing the smiling faces. Some people don't like them, like in the what was it the SDCC box set. They have like I think Jason as the Gold Ranger. He's smiling and it looks kind of funky, but you know when you smile, sometimes if you do like a weird smile, it, you look a little different. Yeah, that's right, bud. I know. I agree too. Marauder size. No, this is from the Lightning Collection. It's 6-inch because it's one of these fellows. Doggy. SBT, investigate. Doggy. Doggy Krugs. Good boy. SBD, investigate. When I was younger, I thought Hilary Swank played the role of Kimberly. I could see that in a way. Yeah, I can see that. Amy Jo Johnson has aged remarkably well. Holy Toledo. She has aged, I want to say, excessively well. My God. Who else has aged really well? Wes has aged well. You know who's not aged well? Andros. Oh, my Lord. Good guy. You see that guy now? He looks like a fat alcoholic. I don't even know what to... oh, we're making a bunch of noises, aren't you, today, bud? Hey, ODC, I am tracing the G.I. Joe and Cobra and sub-teams. I plan on putting it on my display cases on the bottom of the case when I get it done. Cool, man. Cool. Who are you planning on displaying specifically? I got a Marauder order today, and the freebie was white-haired John Wick. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like an old man John Wick. Did I see the short on the YouTube where Tommy kills them all? Oh yeah, Shattered Grid is actually the comic book that came out by Boom Studios, which is I'm sorry, bud. Sorry. Which is actually a really good comic. You guys should check it out if you haven't. If you have, you know what I'm talking about. It's pretty good. It's kind of like Injustice a little bit. That's I think kind of the equivalent of Shattered Grid. For the premise at least. It's Evil Tommy, where I believe the premise is, well, it's not I believe. The premise is that Tommy's candle, they stopped it from burning out, and then he never became, what was it? No, the whole candle story went the opposite direction, and he became evil, and then they kind of took over the entire world. That's why, like in the trailer, it says, "Look at these foolish rangers. They could have had so much better. They could have been gods." And it's kind of Tommy invoking the White Ranger and the Green Ranger, and then he's got these like veins popping up because he's like being poisoned from the White Ranger. I believe that's what it's been told. So it's actually a really good read. You should read it. It's pretty quality. I don't know for I'm pretty sure it's obviously an Elseworld. So, but I think it would make, if you're trying to make a Power Rangers movie, And if you want to stick within the Mighty Morphin stuff, that could be an interesting thing to do. Be something different, I think. Might grab people. Help gravitate more people that are new to the product, like me, into the movie. Instead of just doing the same old reboot, rehash, retread. But yeah, Renegade, what are you planning on displaying, and who are some of your favorite Joe figures? Are you into the modern stuff or the vintage stuff? I got it. Oh, logos like Tiger Patrol. Oh, okay. Or Python Patrol? Tiger Force? You like them all? Oh, okay. That's cool. No, not that one. The where they're looking for Tommy. Hold on. And the girl who played Starbuck in Battlestar remake plays Kimberly. I don't know that one, Gaz. Are you talking about the comic or the show? Let me know. Am I going to review the Power Rangers individually or in a group? You know what? I don't know. I was going to do them in waves, but I almost feel like I should do them individually. Because See, this is a tough thing about being a content creator, because for me, I'm still learning about the product, right? As a newbie. And I don't want to bore people with a history lesson. But I feel like for me, when I'm doing the review, and if I'm passionate about it, I want to talk about some of the stuff with them, or at least my views on them. So I feel like if I do a collaborative review with the whole wave, I feel like the waves are already the video's already gonna be long enough with doing all 4 figures in each wave. And I love that they only do 4 figures per wave, by the way. And I'm not being sarcastic when I say that. I think it actually works better, and I feel like you can get more with that, as opposed to having to spend like $150 per wave. And prices are going up with the next wave, by the way. Oh, I could talk about what figures are going to be in wave 4 and 5 if you guys don't know about that. Which I'm pretty excited about wave 4, and I'm more excited for wave 5, because Wes from Time Force has been announced, which I didn't think we were going to get him. I didn't think we were going to get Leo this early either. But anyway, I would like to get a single-carded Leo in the future with the trans daggers, because he doesn't come with his trans daggers, and we need those. And also, I'd like the upgraded version of the of his sword, where it's kind of like got a handguard, like a cutlass. So that would be cool too, to get that sword. Anyway, point I'm trying to make. I went way off on tangent. So I don't want the video to be overly long, because then, like, who the hell's gonna want to watch like an hour video on 4 figures, and then I'm just gonna be babbling the entire time. So I might do them individually. Try and keep it within 15 minutes per video, depending. And I think I might keep them as edited videos, because I don't want to keep them too long. So I might do them individually. I don't know. What do you guys think? Would you guys prefer like waves, full waves done, or individually? I mean, yeah. I mean, like I was saying, Woodman. I mean, they're quality figures for $20 price point. I know they're going up to $21, all figures, by the way, because of the tariffs are going up in price because of the tariffs. And it's not anything Hasbro's doing. It's the government doing this. So prices for all figures are going up. I think just like $1 or $2, like 21 something. So individuals or 2 at a time. I don't know. Maybe I'll put up a poll and see what people think. I have all the logos, and it takes a steady hand. Yet sometimes the hand shakes a little. Oh, you're doing them on your own. Wow. Well, kudos to you, man. That's awesome. Or I'm too stressed. Oh, nervousness? Well, just take your time with it, Renegade. Just take your time with it. No rush, You're doing something that you enjoy at the end of the day. So if you get, too flustered doing it, just put it down, come back to it later, Yeah, Gaz, that's a good idea. He should do some of the vehicle logos. Or maybe just put it down for a little while, go back to something a little bit easier. That could help, Individual ones will give us many ODC episodes. Yeah, I don't know. I also don't want to. I don't know. I'm still mulling it over. We'll see what happens. I might do them in waves. It might just be easier that way. This way, if you don't want to watch a review of one, you could just skip through the video. Yeah, I might just do them in waves. It's probably easier that way. This way, you're not getting unloaded with Power Ranger reviews after Power Ranger reviews. You just get a couple big ones. If you don't want to watch them, you could skip them or whatever. So I think that makes more sense, actually. I'm going to do the wave reviews. I think it makes sense. So we'll do that. And then the exclusive ones, I'll obviously do those separate. So all the exclusives, like the 2-packs, obviously the Blue Psycho Ranger. I might actually do the Blue Psycho Ranger and the Red Psycho Ranger / Lost Galaxy 2-pack together, since those are exclusives. I believe the Blue Psycho Ranger is a GameStop exclusive, and so is the box set. Those are retailer exclusive. I think they're GameStop exclusive as well. And the packaging looks really good. I'm really impressed with the packaging on these. Gotta check what time it is, too. It is... What the hell time does that say? I'm so blind. Okay, I do have to end this soon. But here's the packaging for the 2-pack. There we go. Got it with no glare. Uh-oh, copyright. Just kidding. But I like the helmets that you get, like, side, and then you get the full helmet on the side if you tilt like that. Pretty cool. And then there's the back. So, really good presentation for the most part. Looks really good. Like, here's Kimberly's. That looks really good. I'm probably going to skip the packaging unless it's the 2-pack. So, this way it'll save time for the wave. I'll just have the figures out there. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I might stop the video here. Renegade, good luck with all those logos, man. Let me know in the next stream, which will be tomorrow, by the way. Tomorrow's Saturday. I have off all day. Finally, a Saturday when I have off. Oh my God. But yeah, good luck with those logos, and I'll ask you some questions, some more about those tomorrow. And good luck with your display as well. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. Let me give everybody a shout out. Shout out time. Who do we have here first? It's Dem Guts. Dem Guts, thank you, brother. Like I said, be sure to hit me up on Dem Guts. Be sure to hit me up on Facebook if you want to link up and play some Wildlands. So if you're still here, but if you're not, cool too. That's the thing. Terry, thanks for popping by, and thank you as always, bro. Appreciate you. You know how we do. Woodman, as always, thank you for popping by. Thank you, Brenda, for popping by. I know she's not here. Renegade, thanks for sticking by. Indy, as always, be sure to go check out his channel. And was it Renegade that I told him I was going to check out his channel? I think it was. Zorpox, as always, longtime viewer. Thanks for popping in, bud. Be sure to check out his channel as well. I don't know why this thing is so... Come on, stop it. There we go. I don't want to skip anybody. Action figure expert. Thanks for popping by. Come on. This thing's like freezing. I give up. Thank you to everyone. Gaz, Woodman, everybody. Thank you. My screen is like freezing. I don't know what's going on. It's not frozen. Like I can see myself moving, but like the comment section, I can't like scroll. It's not letting me scroll. Ionic, thanks for popping in. I said that weird. Thanks for popping in. But yeah, you guys have a great Friday night. I can't talk. I'm like... Okay. Thanks for popping in. I had a glitch. I had to fix the glitch. Thanks for popping in and listening to me ramble, talk about silliness, and by silliness I mean my life stories. But time to watch Jaws, the series? No. You. Son of a bitch. But no Jaws. No Jaws. No, thank you. No, thank you. Right, Or? No, thank you. Anyway, like I said, I'll be live streaming tomorrow. He'll be live streaming tomorrow. I'm sorry, sir. But I'll be live streaming tomorrow. I'm not sure what time. Probably whenever I get the package in the mail is when I will be live streaming. Therefore, I don't know when that will be. Hopefully, it's soon. But stay tuned for me if you want to hang out, like we always do, and shoot the shit. I'll probably be upstairs in the computer room. I don't know why I'm pointing that. There we go. That way. It's up there where all the boxes are. So, so I'll be on the computer tomorrow. This way, it's just easier for me to do. I won't be on my iPad, so hopefully the video quality will be better, and hopefully my computer works properly, so I can live stream. Asshole! Sorry, that was me yelling at my computer. I'm putting that in your face now. But thanks for everybody for hanging out and listening to my crazy ass talk for 163 minutes and 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 seconds. Okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you on the flip side.